enra no na eyefa to beje board but ene die eyefa to beje job. Ebusa Professor Gyampo acting CEO of Ghana Shippers Authority. It has come to the news as a Gyampo, you know, or the Ghana Shippers Authority honomo, and then the sex for position yes the or man na omo madwuma or man na omo madwuma on this issue no. Okatakyie Afrifa mensa Twene Jonas any audition of the reason show abem na omo be clash with Professor Gyampo afire na abobo omadwe editor. In this video, remember enema ekos e Ghana Shippers Authority. Na first man boy ensem wa FIFA. Twene Jonas any the reason show eka editor Professor Gyampo. I Penyah Block Media. Let's also any demo. Obe like video, no that my subscribe button so we keep on notification and latest updates. Na bachelor wa agenda ba me e wo comment section so baswa. Watch video for so e be ashe. And the Professor Gyampo back at 2019 senior lecturer. Now or president of UTAG, that is University Teachers Association of Ghana, now or president, Honmo. Emma that 2019, no, it came in the news as a President Gyampo, or Honmo, or Legon, and or sex for grade, just a student from your man, or you woman, now or my money grade, Emma and Okran, BBC capture because there was a video, not President Gyampo, or proposed to a lady be or a student, as a orcas, oh, Tiasabrat, or Tiasmamia Hayano, Meton Pabua Amount is Meto Ekume. Meto ekume bi no ma o ba ko asore o ba ko so ebe call lectures ara say e ma hoda na oba na ka se what ase ko na even in the video kwa no na Gyampo ebusa ga yi say is obi afiwa no amanka wo hwe wa no nyinanda obi has you been kissed violently before just obi afiwa no is nke wo tu anu nyina to no muda. Professor ebusa this lady question Emma BBC kwa no captured this issue in 2019. Nabeke early 30th January 2025, Anna Mahama, His Excellency the President, appointed Professor Gyampo as acting CEO of Ghana Shippers Authority. He appointed in early 25th March 2025. And as our news said there be Professor Gyampo the come and say a chess 7 and yet they don't do because 2019 na a sex for grade 2025 March and a copy of said there be acting CEO of Shippers Board na dia man no wo hono ana ohwe man no say all ohwe man no esa mo position ana say obi the application boss here omra na say oh high ma ade ya Professor Gyampo Professor Gyampo ahwe obi ama the position free ana obeka say Mahama eye code of conduct ema na appointees amemu no o say as the appointee, whether government or non-governmental appointee, you should eschew opulence. And of it's no first class flight will come. But as I needs to say there be Professor Gyampo or two quite common as or fly first class. No, what I know what the man is on the only mass 70 what the man who said a duham, what the man beat it, Talibis in a betty bis in the corn, a bis in the hat, what the man campus will say Talia, then you go. Now on this issue, no, and then the Okatakyie Afrifa mensa bonsu. Twene Jonas, any the reason show or this sheba, omo abes you must have fire Gyampo hard one.
We Professor Gyampo. Mokasa bapay Ghana Shippers Authority. Na sa bapay na BBC a man documentary bia na sex for grade ewo Legon Samokaya. Today, bema yo dey the huge allegations about one thing. Say Penyah friend Professor Gyampo yi oni guess ye wo Ghana Shippers Authority and Penyah no mo twempena just say ye guess nko. Secondly, was that me take it trips kwa bruchire just a trips bi wo ha ya cancel but obekọ ne guess na ko. Now NDC for airman to President Mahama say nipa na call for investigation on this man because the wakan hu susura no obian papa yi ena ye hu video bi mu say obi aforce wa kisi da ene ne obi ka kire Ghana for say yen ko Shippers Authority papa ni guess no twempana ai modern it Ghana for Mumusa Professor Gyampo say enyan wate bibi says enya sa wo de won contact me man full video now enipa no nanim da so na wo kasa wo say from na dwuma mu ho won guess no twempana serious just say owie so or fa guess nko adwuma mema ne kwa no apam wo mo serious Professor Gyampo some catch am say elitefo ni bebre wo ma no twa sa school for no papa wo opposition na no and what your position mo Ghana Shippers Authority mo musa say one policy or structure be or the abaho today when we allegations is officer anya no come out we will help you with the video nebe you ho ano we a public officer and President Mahama the code of conduct by say obia no betimi atu kwan without the knowledge of the chief of staff. So for example Ghana for Bissau Eyampa so wafa girls nko agu adwuma mu over 30 girls. Two, one girls na twempana because BBC the entity ya di because one for BBC nko court so magu anu ase. Ghana for Momusa Professor Gyampo say Ghana Shippers Authority then their koso.
No kwano for say UTAG. UTAG empanifo ni bia meboa. Union of University Teachers Association of Ghana. Ana wono no oda wo ma no. Ana na no den kap. All of a sudden, Professor Gyampo is appointed as Ghana Shippers Authority. Now, Mr. President, respectfully say, may draw our attention. Former boss, chief of staff, may draw our attention. Move from a new Professor Gyampo, a Shippers Authority. Yes, who are here near me idea. Sources from there, we have questions in here. One more can you maybe chirena? More money ko. Say Professor Gyampo. Mobakaya BBC for a year yibi. Undercover yibi a documentary be ever bought documentary no. And I may know say John Dramani Mahama a year directed by say a man appointees into quite unnecessarily. Now obetu kwanya also must seeking approval from the chief of staff office. Now beyond the seeking of the approval from chief of staff office, appointees are supposed to be modest. Than if you hear your mama video no. Now more appointees are supposed to be modest, and by so doing, they are not supposed to pick first class. But you know, the loophole there is that most of the flights, almost any first class. So if we are talking about a opulence display of the people's wealth, then it's about say department for business class. So by inference, if Jomama is saying that people and appointees Nikwanso or first class, it means the apex of it, which is business class. They are not supposed to do that. Now, Jomama almost are directive.
I must, however, remind you of the same caution I sounded to your colleagues who have already taken office, that the hallmark of this government will be modesty and respect for the Ghanaian people. There will be no room for arrogance and pomposity in this government. The resources that you'll be working with belong to the Ghanaian people who put us in office. Those resources are not to be wasted on opulence and extravagance. I've asked the Chief of Staff to write to all government appointees that I've imposed a ban on non-essential travel forthwith to cut down expenditure. Any travel that is deemed essential and necessary must be cleared first with the Office of the Chief of Staff. And such travels will have to be undertaken in modesty, no first class.
Okay, so General, where are you President John Dramani Mahama? A directive or the money appointees. So first, unnecessary travels. Now, sources from the corridors of Ghana Shippers Authority is telling us something. They said Professor Gyampo is doing directly opposite of what the president says. Is it true, sir, Professor Gyampo within the last few months, I appointed we're making about 5 travels to the United States, all in the name of Suwako conferences. And is it true, Sir Professor Gyampo, or JPD Mwabra conference and a crowd maso? Yediani extra hoodie, the informant some analysis. Now, beyond the fact that Professor Gyampo ought to Kwamba Sabasa or serve for business class at the expense of the taxpayer, which a year next week we will make all the documents available. Now, the question we are asking, Professor Gyampo, is it true that some of the travels you are making, they are non-essential travels, but it is being done because of per diem? Now, more among Professor Gyampo, Momian share a deal with documentary shortly. Now, we're a documentary, and we are making a reference to the documentary because, as it stands now, Professor Gyampo mfa BBC phone court. Say BBC for chanetro. Professor Gyampo mfa BBC on si womo. Emma court to be unruly. And this documentary has been a year over 4 years. Still, Professor Gyampo didn't take action. So we deem it as though a documentary and correct. Agent went to me and take any legal action. Now, yen documentary we na yembra yen documentary yembra.
Our reporter. Abigail showed me footage. As soon as Gyampo arrived, he insisted on buying her shoes as she had reluctantly agreed to on the phone.
You want to buy something? So to be right to show them buy one.
Okay, so then pause it. Where Professor Gyampo and a work video in the moon. On Mambe deny it's been well over 4 years. On deny say no one. On deny see editing. So by inference, he is in agreement with almost everything which is in this video. And we can make reference to that. So Professor Gyampo Bayeno, according to this video, was say obeto a ye moku, a man moku general, Mienuama a ye student, purportedly, obeto a man moku Mienuama the student. Now and command cost for Munchini. Also, I will kiss you violently. I have been kissed violently before. The violent kisser. Okay, so let's look at it. And there's a reason I made boss video just to remind you guys of BB and Ghana Shepherds Authority. What is going on? You better questions. Now, Mummy and Kosunji, Yenji video.
To be right to show them buy
Okay, so pause it, Danny, pause it. So a hand walk and general, a hand walker, have you been kissed violently before? Danny Kuachika Krabi na Sabra when him just say, well, your bala, you know. Now, wait, Gyampo said, it's wait, send I am ally. What did you mock when I am ally? Have you been kissed violently before? When you am ally, where you Gyampo, where you say I am ally? It's Gyampo, she had purportedly a student. I watch it now all by a student in a line. Or so one of better more kumi no mano. Baku for school, baku for outing. We are one. Now we now know or baby you know catch him soon. Gyampo cram in the call to an India Yokomo assembly. Men can has not just a Gyampo or problem with Emma. Okay, so we are going to have a conversation very soon. Now, Professor Gyampo, as well back kiss or ban violently. Yenti and Trussell.
We were just talking about shoes and kissed violently. I was like, what is going on?
After that comment, Abigail felt it was better to just go and buy the shoes. Once in the shoe shop, Gyampo bought her heels.
Hey, what are you? Hey, Danny, what are you? Not just we're one now. Abigail Jitru Musa or Bayer Yina. No room no koto mokuno. I told Kumekumi, Abuja. I told you Kumekume. Or the year lie. And the Ghana Shepherds Authority Ashanenza. Professor Gyampo. Na ye busasa bibi koso. And any kosubo na ve yeme busa question.
Pardon? I had literally seen him 4 times, and all of a sudden, marriage.
Back in the restaurant, Abigail asked about internships, but Gyampo had something else in mind.
Hey, don't warm me out.
Watching the footage, this didn't feel like a real marriage proposal. The professor laid out how Abigail would benefit from his support. But he seemed more interested in other things.
I'm going to kiss you here. By the time I release you, you will see the shyness will run away.
He's not sure.
Also, we see kiss it. Okay, Danny, so quick one. Yamra back. Now I gave you this background, so you will know that that there's a record of Professor Gyampo doing something wrong somewhere. Exactly. Now, Professor Gyampo, you have a question. Is it true Ghana Shepherds Authority see you? So far, what far mabe 30? Ewa juma muho. Oman go through the due process. Is it true? Yebusa question, Professor Gyampo. Yebusa says so far, within a space of about 2, 3, 4 months of becoming Ghana Shepherds Authority CEO, you've actually employed a Mawa Jumamuwa or Ma undergo the due process to the extent that, General, even a voter regional communications officer of the NDC. Now, then if a voter regional communications officer of the NDC, financial so na yes, my voter regional communications officer, Kafui Agbeleze. Yamano, a letter from the presidency. So, Uncle Gyampo, now Omomano, a Juma as a communications officer of a Ghana Shepherds Authority, the director of communications at the Ghana Shepherds Authority. Yes, so Gyampo so management. Or the Amo baby into Omano. Is it true? Our lenses are very wide. We are still watching. Professor Gyampo, we are watching what you are doing. 25 almost 30 women are for her without undergoing a interview, no due process, nothing. A branch away a year, Kafui Agbeleze. Yes, any appointment. I had a letter man from presidency. So, or your communications officer of the NDC in the voter region. It in Kwanko just said, yes, so call ya Professor Gyampo Swamano on Famano. And this same Gyampo from corridors of power, we are being told that despite being the CEO for Ghana Shepherds Authority, he is also fighting to be put on several different boards. What kind of IDD? What is that? So, Professor Gyampo, you share at the end. In any case, code of conduct of a year, President John Mahama, it looks like it's not working. Never. Code of conduct in the Juma. Obia yedu ope. Samija fee yedu ope. Some George H. Car and number plate more yedu ope. And the Gyampo, Yasu or Fama or Yumamu Abra, one go, any due process be. Just look at that. And more young a drum market for man. I also said, would dear Nimu, do dear chili. I mean, your dear children, do dear Nimu. Say, we don't want to call a year board, dear. And your words will go back to me, the drum market for man and echo. And I'm a caller for man in Mamma Commonia, almost the source so. Now, a year 20 million board was said to Okunya, a Juma or a Shepherds Authority and carry. Where are you? Dominic Macola for Necker. Omunedin Comona Mianam so. And yes, sir, here. Professor Gyampo, we are asking a question. At this point, a man who for Mojumemo, are they undergoing the due process that we used to employ? You don't think so? Because they are or track record or track record. Professor Gyampo. Tia the letter Krama will be said. Omra Homedia Juma. When you're bad, uncle fee. So chief of staff. I want you and this what quite Wamano. Wamano Humano. What's what you what they are more bad. What the other? What they are check. Say not the boss or appointed. One known called the beach chessa. Yamiani and Yadia. And we're from next week, we are going to supply you with the travel and your records in your DNA. How's your head in your beba? A quiet 2 year. Or buy and what the impressed by. Per diem send what years. Now conference and a crack call so. Or castle or conference. Conference in a bar so. You never catch a gun of and we are going to put them on their toes. You know, the only platform I be need to say eagle. Yet we are not going to do Mechiao and Bacho. We are competent enough to take care of ourselves. So, Professor Gyampo, we are asking you questions. The way you be an the eagle eye at so. Ah, yes, we are watching what you are doing there. And medical catch them said, the more you be an, more anka somebody a information in the back. Sabre mu nyanye procurement. Mu ye procurement ambawia. If se mu pesika ni bi de go na jo ma ma ekwa mu de bia ba ba ye running mate campaign and presidential one campaign. Mu wi anso ankofo be leak di aba ha. We say GR4 de bi ni ade aba be di ha. Enam kwa oh we ye se wo ye ni ade. Ayi masoma me boy ba ko. Enti wo temu a wo hwe ni ade. E ba be du a ye beka. Why? Professor Gyampo ye de ani show. We are watching.
Okatakyie was say Prof Gyampo is using his position to chop the women and give them appointment. I don't know catch that no. The omo ya no the NDC for ni ya nan kan sansani Delhi kwasi abadwo mama be kwa any doctor so me wonko for mapa ni enkom. E ye to keke awa pompe keke o. Na dwo mama di Jimmy atam doctor so ano. Oh, Jimmy Nkwa Okatakyie is subscribe obi anko Twene Jonas TV no subscribe say we are comment by me on my body. I say Prof Gyampo is using his position to chop the women and give them appointment for ni nyina ya ma obi afie appointment for nyina ya ma obi aka na nurse ni yuntuaneka do mama hu se oti abofom appointees for ni nyina ya ma obi afie odem ya ma obi lankrusa dem na yuntua nurse for ka do mama hu se oyekwasea no mko strike na patient ko hospital awada honu owu because nurse ni ho obehwe no na teacher for a student fee because teacher for ko strike unhu si wagimi appointment for no omo mfa so be na omo so unhu si wagimi ti adan na amamuo kankan na yempe no eno na musumu repeat etide na ye to aba ye den enti de mo magimi si a enti ye to aba na ye de ade jo mama wo ye kwasea pa suanyansa
Tiraje vame ewo comments we ni semu a Twene Jonas TheReasonShow and all this year of the reason show or Abeka Ediafa Professor Gyampo so far as the expose no concern. What is your view on that? I Penyah block me better try me ewo comments.